Hello, in this video we're going to use WeVideo's green screen to create a sort of action sequence by layering together some interesting things and making essentially a scene out of nothing using the green screen and a couple other screens as well. So this should be the familiar interface here of WeVideo. The first thing I'm going to do is minimize the preview screen. I like a big preview screen, but I don't need it that big. How I do that is I just take my cursor and I go to this very faint line here, and when I hover over it, notice my cursor turns to an up and down arrow. I'm going to click now and then just push up. And that way I can have more room to add some tracks. Now I've got my video one is my second track. I'm going to click these three dots, then I'm going to click move up. Now this is my top track. I like to do this just to keep everything organized. Then I'm going to go ahead and do this just to be proactive. I'm going to click add a track and add video and text. Add a track, video, text, and I'm just going to add one more. I may not use it, but just for good measure, I will do that. Now, I'm going to make an action sequence. My idea is a diver in water about to get bit by a shark. So I'm pretty sure I can find what I need here on WeVideo. So I'm going to go to videos here. This is where all the stock media is. Click on videos. And I want to find green screens, but if I click on green screen and just start scrolling, I'm going to be scrolling forever. And I might find what I want, probably eventually would find what I'm looking for, but there's a lot of green screen options in WeVideo. Sometimes it's great, just come here, find something that fits, and you're good to go. A lot of times when you're looking for something that's very specific, just scrolling on green screen is not going to help. But I do like the fact that I'm on green screen so I can search within it now. So let's look for diver. Sometimes you have to do, there's no diver. Let's see, swimming and diving, no. So sometimes it gets a bit tricky, but I know there's one here. So we're going to look this way. Diver without the green screen and scroll down here. Okay, these right here that are white on the outside, these aren't green screen. These are transparent background images. So they're almost the same. The value of one of these is I don't have to remove the outline. So this is what I'm looking for. And there's a bunch of these in WeVideo. There's not a ton, but when you look around, you will come to find that you got quite a few. So the one I want is this guy here because he's kind of swimming towards us. So let's pull him down. I'm going to put him here on video 2 down here. And so notice there's a black screen around that because there's nothing that WeVideo sees here. It's just a diver. So what I want to do is put a shark behind him. So let's go back to videos here. And actually, let's put the X here. And let's go to green screen. Now I'm going to search for shark. No shark. All right. Well, let's try it the other way then. I'll just do shark like that. And there are green screen sharks. For some reason, they're not coded correctly. These would be interesting. What I'm looking for, though, is I think it might be this one here. This shark is like coming towards the screen. It's about to bite. No, he's not going to bite. So let's keep going down here. And we're going to look for one where the shark's coming towards us. And he might be taking a big old bite. Let's see. Let's try this one. No. Some of these, the shark is turning. So even if he's not facing the camera, he may be doing what I need. This one here is coming in. And I don't know if he's going to get mean or not. Doesn't really look like it. Let's try this one here. No, just a great white. Nice little whale. This one here. He looks like a nice shark right now. How about this one here? There we go. All right, this guy's biting. So I like this one here. So I'm going to pull this one down and put it over the diver. Now, what you notice here is now I don't see the diver. And remember, that's because I have to get rid of the green screen. How I do that is I just double click like this on the shark, and then I go over here to keying. Click on keying. I click the eyedropper, and then I make sure that my eyedropper is an eyedropper. It's not a cursor, it's an eyedropper, and I click this, and then now I've got the shark and the diver. So this looks pretty good. However, the diver is basically swimming almost on top of the shark, which I don't want that to be the case. So what I need to do is switch these layers. And having multiple video layers makes this kind of easy. I can just put the shark now below. And so now the shark is behind him. So that looks good. However, the shark is obscured by this guy. So what I want to do is double click on the diver. And I'm going to go up here to scale. Now, you don't see anything out of the ordinary at all yet. But once I click on the scale, the actual bar, notice that these lines appear in these boxes. So now I can scale him down and I can move him to a position where he's going to be visible by the shark, but he's going to be, but clearly the shark's bigger than him. So now I'm going to click done again. And so if I run this from the beginning, so there he is. He doesn't even have any idea what's behind him. There's this crazy shark. Now, one thing I noticed, though, is that the shark sequence is pretty short and the diver is longer. So I want them to be the same. What I'm going to do is just click on, well, first I'm going to move my guy over here. I'm going to click on the shark and I'm going to do Control-C, Control-V. And then I'm just going to mash these together. And this one here, I think, is pretty seamless how it goes from one to the other. You don't even really notice it. Very good. So I can really do as many of these sharks as I want to make it as long as I would like to do. It is important, though, when you do Control-C, Control-V, that your toggle here for the time isn't behind where you want to copy to. The system can only copy forward to where, or to before where the timeline bar is. So I've got this. Now, of course, the problem is I'm not in the water. I want to be in the water and not just in this black screen. So let's go over here and do another search. And let's search for underwater. Let's see if there's any neat scenes that are underwater. There's a bunch. Let's see, I'm going to just pick this pretty one here. It's 36 seconds, doesn't really matter. I want to find one that's kind of light colored. Oh, here we go. I like this one. 11 seconds. So let's get this guy here. So he is the first layer, so he's going to overshadow everything. He needs to be the last layer. That's what this needs to be. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to move the diver up, move the sharks up, move the water to the bottom layer. So it's going to be the last thing to be seen. And because I've already eliminated the green from the sharks, now I've got this right here. So I've got the shark in the water trying to get this diver. And there we go. Now, I like to make everything the same length. I can definitely just take this. Oops. See, I went Control-C, Control-V, but it can't be placed because I've got to move this bar here. So let's go here now, Control-C, Control-V. There we go. So now I'm going to have continuous water for as long as I have the shark. Now, the diver, on the other hand, I guess I could duplicate him, but he's 11 seconds long, something like that. So what I'm going to do is minimize the second shark size to that. I'm going to minimize the water size because all I'm looking for is a little clip. I'm just making it not a full video. So there we go. I've got about almost 15 seconds of shark right here. Now I could, if I wanted to, I could take this and I could embed this further into another green screen. Like I could have somebody watching TV and this is on the TV, or holding a phone, or any number of things. And you can find all sorts of different options for that if you just go to green screen. So for example, I could put this sequence on any one of these if I wanted to do that. So there is a separate video that I have that shows you how to embed a green screen into a green screen. So if you want to do that, check out that video. Otherwise, this right here will definitely show you how to make a pretty cool action sequence. So good luck.